Movies to get you ready for Halloween 2020. These aren't just gonna be 10 horror movies. They're not just gonna be 10 autumnal movies. They're gonna be a mixture. The criteria is strict. What movie do I really regard as a must-watch when the leaves start to fall and my pants start to fall? For PJs, baby! The greatest season, spooky season, is here. And I'm gonna give you the 10 best movies to get you ready for it. We'll start with 10. My last one I started with 1, and that's not the way this is supposed to go. So, we're gonna start with a classic, not on any streaming, I got a DVD for it. Idle Hands. Where to begin with this movie? Well, The Offspring perform a Halloween concert at a school in it. So there's a check for the autumnal and horror and Halloween crowd. Give you a quick premise. It's a horror comedy and all that 90s cheese. It's a stoner comedy. It's about this hand that's idle, I'm joking, that is possessed by the spirit of a serial killer. And it comes to this sleepy little town in Cali, and it takes over our main protagonist, Anton's hand. I'll give you the first 5 minutes just to kind of drill you in. It's not a spoiler because it happens in the beginning. It's a 20-year-old movie. So he wakes up, he's like, where are my parents? You know, he comes back from the thing, he's stoned, blah, blah, blah. And he's looking around, he's grabbing some food, he's listening to music. He's like, dadgum, where are my parents? Finds them dead. Who did it? I think you did, Anton. Look, Halloween setting, trick-or-treating is in this movie. It's on Halloween, Halloween school dance. Jessica Alba before she was famous, not even on here. You just got Seth Green and Devon Sawa. Incredible cast, funny movie. If you're looking for family, this isn't it. Check the IMDb parental guide, see if it's something that you want to watch, and if it's good for the room, if that makes sense. This is not the family one, but like I said, stoner comedy, Halloween goodness. Idle Hands at number 10. Allow me to take my G Fuel out of my Friday the 13th cup. Oh yeah! All right, moving right along, we got number 9. Like I said, my list isn't gonna be your list. It's personal, it's subjective. I would love to have your list down below and your thoughts on mine, because I care very, very, very much about this and how you feel about it. Now, number 9 is gonna be a softball. By softball, I mean curveball. Freddy versus Jason. Freddy versus Jason. Look, this movie brought together 2 horror icons. So hear me out on my explanation of it, okay? I think this movie, you could almost argue, is the best sequel from both series. I know Dream Warriors is really good, Nightmare on Elm Street 3. I know the second Jason is really good, the Manhattan's really campy. They all have their strengths outside of the first Friday the 13th. But Freddy versus Jason has your hockey mask wearing psychopath, your dream demon, all the campiness you could want. It's just popcorn fun. You know what I'm saying? It brings 2 awesome historically Halloween horror slasher franchises from the 80s into one movie. Was it super successful? Ah! Do I love it? Yes. Number 9 for me. Always got to watch it around this time of the year. Let's go to number 8. Shout out Wifey for this recommendation. This one's kind of got it all, okay? I'm going to throw you one. Practical Magic. Comment down below if you've seen this gem of an autumnal and Halloween movie. Nicole Kidman, Sandra Bullock, and this cool witchy vibes and this awesome sleepy coastal town and house with an undead boyfriend, maybe not, getting conjured back, and some truly unsettling and scary scenes. Like really crawls under your skin, and it's all beautiful to look at. It's fall. It's a movie that I absolutely have to watch during this time of the year, and I recommend it. Shout out Wifey for number 8, Practical Magic, and all of its witchy vibes and a perfect Halloween complement. Number 7, it's obligatory, have to have this, but for good reason. We got Trick or Treat. Trick or Treat, when Sam comes back. Trick or Treat is a special movie, okay? Wow, where do I even start on that? One, it's a beautiful comic book-esque movie of multiple storylines being interwoven into one horrific and awesome Halloween story. Werewolves, trick-or-treating, serial killers, witches. I mean, the iconic character in Sam, who's just done nothing but grow and grow and grow since this came out. I think it's what, 2007? I need to look. I could look it up. I got it over here. I think 2007. But this movie, I mean, kids and ghost stories, that school bus scene with, oh my word. This movie oozes Halloween. Trick or treat. Do yourself a favor. And also don't break any of the rules. Number 6, the king of the king of horror. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Eduardo King. That's not really his middle name. Wish I'd researched it. But he gave us the king of horror, pun, by the way. One of the greatest stories ever written, and It, in 2017, is my favorite iteration of that. To 2017 It, the Skarsgård Pennywise, the amazing cast. That movie is one of the best movies I've seen in the last decade. It just is. I haven't enjoyed a movie that much since The Shining. You got the sleepy Maine town, a timeless demon back to terrorize Derry, which is an amalgamation of all these other, like Bangor and everything else in Maine. It's just a timeless story. It hits on what the kids fear the most. It manifests, as you know, a story of Pennywise to whatever they're afraid of. So you get like these 7 or 8 different truly horrifying moments, and an incredible story. Well directed by Mariotti. I can always say his name wrong. Well acted and absolutely unsettling. The scares land. It is a drive down Halloween lane for me. I love the 2017 It, and it comes in at number 6. Now remember, this isn't my best movie ranking. Movies for getting me in the mood for Halloween and autumn. Fall, y'all, as they say down here. Number 5, interesting one, and I'm gonna go even more specific on number 5.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Allow me to ruin this I had so perfectly placed. Oh, Harry Potter. Harry Potter, and number 3 specifically, The Prisoner of Azkaban. This is a book. I'm talking about the movie. But dude, these illustrated, shout out wifey's mom, my mother-in-law, all right? For getting me as a gift. These hit. These are amazing. Incredible illustrations. They did that really well done format. But Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, after all, is a Harry Potter story not witches and goblins and, I mean, potions and scary adventures, and you see the beautiful seasons in Hogwarts, and it's everything. I mean, think about it. The scary adventures our motley crew partakes, the hooded cloaked figures, the brooms and the flying and the potion brew. I mean, it's Harry Potter is Halloween vibes, baby. Make no mistake. So Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, or really the whole series. Number 4 is a movie I hold near and dear to my heart. It's also an amazing book. Everyone thinks it's directed by Tim Burton, but it's not. I'll let you research that so you can be exposed to this guy's wonderful work. He has a lot. But it's the movie Coraline. Where do I even start with Coraline? Obviously, the origins of the source material is the book by Neil Gaiman. But it is a perfect animated film for me. I'm not even lying. I don't just throw that word around. This movie takes you from your world to the other mothers. As you see this little girl, and what every kid probably wants at some point in their life is to run away. And this shows the other side to that coin when she goes to a nether world, an alternate universe where everything seems normal at first, but the people have buttons for eyes. And that's not the only thing off in this movie. Her other parents are nightmare material. It's a beautiful movie. The color palette of purples and pink. I mean, this movie is a Halloween beauty. Watch Coraline. I mean, I can't rave on this. I'm blown away by that animation. It sparked something inside of me that made me want to do that, and I still haven't shaken that. You see my Friday the 13th thing. But Coraline is a color palette of cosmic purples and blacks. It makes bats and black cats and murder become these sugar plums that dance in your head. It's a That's a weird way of putting it, but that's just kind of where my mind went with this one. It's got that kind of cool feel of a Christmas song that's whimsical when you were a kid, but it's a Halloween movie and it's awesome. Watch Coraline. Honestly, if you watch none of these, watch Coraline. Number 3, Monster House. Boom! You didn't see that one coming, did you? I adore Monster House. It's such a good movie. It's got everything I've ever wanted. Everything I've ever wanted life to be is in Monster House. Pizza arcade, group of friends, haunted neighborhood house, creepy old man. Maybe didn't want that one, but it's there and it's probably not our lives. And it's just, the pizza/arcade is heaven on earth. I've always wanted to do that. This movie perpetuates it perfectly. Love the animation. The movie has way more heart than you would think it should, than it has any right to, and tells a great ghost/haunting story through the lens of these kids. And you get to kind of relive imagination again. When you get the bikes, get out there, and just nothing else mattered, and you actually could still get scared. Now it's for other stuff that's kind of real, but allow yourself to believe in one more haunting, one more ghost story, and see it as a kid. Monster House is a fun movie for the whole family to get you ready for Halloween. Let's move, and that's number 3. Number 2. I have the 4th of the series here on VHS. Guess John Carpenter's Halloween. This really requires no introduction, no description. It's a freaking bombshell of a movie. By the way, I love the 2018 one too. So put that sucker right in there too. The original holds all the nostalgia though for my list. I mean, from the John Carpenter's tune, because he did all the sound for his own, that, I mean, is probably on ringtones everywhere during this season. From the evil presence, embodiment of evil that is the boogeyman, to just the simple mask, knife, and babysitters being hunted down like flies in Haddonfield. This movie is Halloween. It's named Halloween. And it's a simple enough plot, but the execution reverberates throughout all the decades that came after. This is the epitome of Halloween. Halloween. And I can't recommend it enough. Duh. But Halloween isn't Halloween without Halloween. Now, go ahead and pause. Comment down below what you think number 1 is going to be. Let me know if you're right. Because number 1, ladies and gentlemen, it's not any of these. I have Coraline. I should have busted out Coraline when I talked about Coraline. It's not this, although I have an argument this is the best movie ever made. It's not even this. 2 honorable mentions. And it's not even, well, we'll save those. The number 1 movie. A movie that I don't know a millennial's childhood that was not painted by this movie. That Halloween wasn't ushered in with multiple family viewings of this film. As a matter of fact, this Halloween Disney classic pulled off something films rarely can. It's enjoyed multi-generationally and it loses nothing. From the beautiful backdrop of Salem, Mass, to the story of the Sanderson sisters. Or the way the director pulls off weaving the old ghost story with the modern, well, 90s in a way that never stops being entertaining. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all just hocus pocus.
Thank you, Max, for that marvelous introduction.
That's my number 1 movie to get ready for the spooky season, Halloween, autumn, fall. You name it, we have a ball. This movie is a warm cup of chocolate with those little baby marshmallows on top. It's a comfort place. It's a warm blanket on a chilly evening. Hocus Pocus is that movie. It just is. And it's my number 1 movie to get ready for Halloween. Comment down below your number 1, your top 10 if you want to take the time. I'd appreciate it. And share this with other Halloween lovers. Let's let our freak flags fly, baby. This is our season. This is the best season. Nothing can touch it. Nothing touch it. When the leaves turn auburn red, yellow, and the spectrum of brown, the wind takes them on a vertigo-inducing trip as they fall and cascade across the concrete, only to that satisfying crunch underneath your duck boot. Does it get any better? PSO, which is the nutmeg and the cinnamon invading your senses. And then warming your belly. That's autumn, baby. And it's here. Let me know your favorite season and why it's autumn. And God bless. Enjoy this season. And look for more content coming your way. And share this, please. I really want to make more with this season. This is it. I love Halloween so much. It means so much to me. And like I said, this list is not the scariest movies, not even the best movies. Heck, it's a list devoid of The Shining, for crying out loud. Because I believe that's a winter movie, an isolated tale full of snow, and you know what I mean? This is for trick-or-treaters and candy. That's this list. Let me hear yours down below. God bless, and happy spooky season.